Jiquarius Bonfarded Globius III was born into the world of southern cotton fields. Gainesville, Georgia, was his birthplace. He was a sharecropper's son. Life was hard. The days were long. The sun beat down on Jiquarius as he helped his family toil in the fields. Jiquarius dreamed of a different life. He dreamed of a life beyond the fields. He held on to this dream even when tragedy struck. The Spanish flu swept through their community. It took his father from him. The loss of his father was a devastating blow. It changed everything for Jiquarius and his family. His mother, now a widow, made the difficult decision to leave Georgia. She packed up their meager belongings and headed north. They were in search of a better future. They were in search of opportunity. Chicago awaited. Chicago was a city buzzing with energy. It was a stark contrast to the rural life Jiquarius knew. The streets were filled with the sounds of cars and people. The buildings scraped the sky. It was a place of both promise and peril. Life in Chicago was not easy. Jiquarius's mother struggled to provide for her family. She took on any work she could find. She wanted to give her children a chance at a better life. She eventually remarried, hoping for stability. However, her new husband brought more hardship than help. He left the family. Jiquarius, now a young man, knew he had to step up. He took on the responsibility of supporting his family. He found work in an armament plant. It was during the height of World War I. The factory floor was a loud and dangerous place. The work was grueling. The war ended. Jobs became scarce. Jiquarius found himself laid off from the armament plant. He eventually found work in a shoe factory. He toiled long hours, his hands calloused from the work. Still, he struggled to make ends meet. Discrimination was a constant shadow. It followed Jiquarius and so many others like him. Finding work was hard enough. Facing prejudice made it even harder. He was denied opportunities simply because of the color of his skin. It was a bitter reality of the time. The weight of the world felt heavy on Jiquarius's shoulders. He turned to alcohol to numb the pain. It was a dangerous path. It was a path that could have led to his ruin. Yet, even in his darkest moments, Jiquarius held on to a sliver of hope. The Great Depression gripped the nation. Millions were out of work. Jiquarius found himself without a job once again. He had dabbled in the stock market during the Roaring '20s. He had even managed to escape the worst of the crash. He was careful with his money. He had even lost some savings in the bank crashes. Still, he persevered. One day, Jiquarius stumbled upon a group of young men playing baseball. It was a game he had loved as a child. He picked up a bat, feeling the familiar weight in his hands. He took a swing. The crack of the bat echoed through the air. It was a sound that rekindled a spark within him. Word spread about Jiquarius's talent on the baseball field. He found himself playing in local leagues. Baseball became his escape. It became his passion. It became his ticket to a new life. The election of Franklin Delano Roosevelt brought a wave of hope to the nation. Jiquarius, like so many others, put his faith in the New Deal. He believed in a better tomorrow. He stepped onto the field, ready to face whatever challenges came his way, his spirit unbroken.